Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to use machine learning uh, models from CoreML. So if you go to developer.apple.com/machine-learning/build-run-models, if we go over there, we can actually see the different models which are there. Okay, so for downloading these models, we'll just use the Inception v3, which is by Google. And what it does is it detects the images which are present and all this other kind of stuff from a set of 1000 categories like trees, animals, food, vehicles, people, and all this other stuff. So first thing you will do is you'll download the Core ML model. I've already downloaded it. And what we will do is I will start a new Xcode project and click next, and this will be Inception model test. Click next, create, and a project got created. Okay, first thing we'll do is from our downloads folder where this Inception v3 model is, we'll select this one, press Alt, drag and drop this over here. Once that is there, we'll just finish, and that got selected. We'll click on this. Sometimes this checkbox is not checked. When we click on this Inception v3 model, we will check this, and once we click on this, we can actually see that the entire class actually got imported. So now what we'll do is we'll actually go to the main storyboard, and we will add a UI image view. We will add a label, and we will add a button. Okay. So UI image view, we will pin it to the top. So we will say this is from the view, this is 0. And if it decides to react, okay, 0, 0, and 0. And we will say that the height of this is, I don't know, let's say 350. Okay, so that is good. We will place the label over here, and we'll place the button over here. Label would be image is, and then this is centered. We'll increase the size a little bit, and then we will say that this is pinned from the view. This is, let's say, 20 and 20, and from the top it is, from this one it is, let's say, 50, and the height of this one is, let's say, 30. Okay, so the image is set. We'll take the button, and for the button we will say that this is detect image, and we'll increase the size. And what we will say that it is, let's say from here it is 50, and on the side this is 20 and 20. And the height of this is, let's say, 30. Okay, so that part is done. We will create the outlets. So we'll click on this, control, drag and drop, and image view. Okay, and LBL image. And this is detect image pressed. Okay. Okay, so we're done with that part. Next, what we want to do is we want to start writing our code. So over here, we would need UI image picker controller delegate, comma, UI navigation controller delegate. So we get these two. Next, what we want to do is I don't want to bore you with writing the code and typing the code. So I'll just copy and paste, and I'll explain the code. So let's see what is happening. So what we are going to do is when the button is pressed, at that point, we'll actually have an image picker controller. And we'll say that whatever is the image picker controller does, we will handle it. And we'll listen to its events. We will have an action script, which is a UI alert controller. And we'll select the source of the image. So the source is the photo source that we are seeing. For this action script, we'll add an action saying that this is the camera. And when the camera is selected, at that point, we will check if the camera is actually available. So UI image picker controller dot is source type available. If the camera is not available, we won't do anything. We will just print the camera is unavailable. Otherwise, we'll say that the source type is camera, and we'll present the image picker controller. If it is a photo library, at that point, we will say that this is a photo library. And then we will say self.present image picker. If a person pressed cancel, then it'll be cancel. Otherwise, if it is cancel, after that, we will present the action script. Okay. Since the camera is there and the photo library is there, we actually have to add the privacy for that. So we'll say privacy camera usage description, which is please allow camera usage. Okay, we need another one for the photo library. So this will allow us to use the photo library. Privacy MN photo library usage description. So we'll say please okay. So we used photo library usage description and camera usage description. So that part is done. We will go to our view controller, and then we'll add two more functions for the image picker. So image picker controller did cancel, and image picker controller did select. So if a person actually cancelled, we'll just dismiss, right? So we'll say true, and completion is nil. Image picker controller, if the user actually did finish picking something up, then in that case, what we will do is we will get the image from the picker controller info key original image. We'll cast it as a UI image, and we'll get this image from there. So either the user actually selected something from the photo library, or the user selected something from the camera, we will actually get the original image out of it, and then we'll get the image from there. Image view.image, we will set that image. We will dismiss the picker. And then, since the machine learning actually does not use image, it uses CI image, we will say guard let CI image is equal to CI image, and we'll pass this image. And if we are unable to convert it into CI image, we'll just return. Once that is done, we actually need to have a detect function. So let's see what this detect function does. So in this detect function, we will call it from here. Okay. So the CI image that we got over here, we'll pass it over here. And then, so we need to include CoreML and vision. Okay. So now we are over here. So detect image, we will get the model from the vision core machine learning model. And we are getting it for the library Inception v3 dot model, which is this one. Okay, so we get that. If we are unable to get a model, we'll just return. Then we'll declare a function, declare a variable called request that will basically handle all the requests for trying to figure out what is this kind of image, right? So this is, when we call this, what will happen is that it will take the model and it will return a request and an error. We will get the results out from here. Once we get the results out of here, we will cast it into vision classification observation. If we are unable to do it, we'll just return. Otherwise, we will, let's say we just print it out. So I'll comment this out. Otherwise, we'll just print out the results. Okay. So we are printing out the results over here, and then we return. So that's a function. That's a value that we have. That's a closure that we have declared. We haven't used it yet. Then we'll say handler is equal to vn image request handler, and whatever image that we passed over here, that is the image that we want to handle. And then we will say handler dot perform, which means that perform the actions. What is the action that you want to do? The request, which is that try to figure out what this thing is. So we'll try to perform it. If an error happens, we'll just print the error. Otherwise, we'll come over here. So over here, it will actually print the result for us. So let's run this on my cell phone, and I will run this, and I'll take an image of a picture and see what this gives us. Okay. So now I'm clicking the detect image, and I selected camera, and I selected OK, please let the camera usage happen. And then I took a picture of a pen, and I'll say use the photo. So once I say use the photo, we can see that there is the print result actually happened. So we can see that there's a lot of different values that it printed. So we will go to the first one and see what it is. So the first one that it said is with a percentage accuracy of almost 90%. It's saying that it is a ball pen, ballpoint, or something like that, which is actually correct. Let's actually take an image of my mic. So I'm taking a photograph of my mic and say use photo, and it is it saying something? I don't know. There's so many values that is actually coming over here that I actually don't know what it is. I think it's saying rubber eraser or pencil eraser or something, fountain pen, pencil sharpener, syringe, or stuff like that. I don't know what is happening. So what I want is, I actually don't want to see the other things. I just want to see the result, the first one. So I am coming over here, and I will say that this is the first result, get the first result, and then get the first result, and then the label image.text would be first.identifier, which is the identifier that it is, and then print the confidence level also. So we'll stop this, and we'll actually print this too. Okay. Okay, so we'll print this too. So now let's run this again. And I'll select camera and I'll take the picture of my pen and then say use photo. And we see that it is printing ballpoint pen, biro, I don't know what biro is, with 76% accuracy. So that is basically how you use Inception model from the Inception machine learning model to identify the objects. And this is running on your device and it's not running on the cloud. So in the next section, what we'll do is we will try to figure out how to make these machine learning models on our own.